It's Melly Moon. Good Sunday evening. Good day of the sun. Ross Day. Thank you, blessing. Today is 1/11 of our 2026 year. We're getting ready. Still almost not quite done with the astrological calendar. We're still a little further away. Fire horse season actually becoming here on the 17th or 18th of February. We have things that continue to roll in. Right now, a lot of people consider today 1/11 as a portal. So welcome portal time, welcome portal season. I have a space that I go walk frequently most days with my dogs. There's a space that really has definite portals in it. Did some beautiful Reiki and released it into those portals today. Did the Reiki yesterday, complete release today. Did the little release last night, as you always need to. But here, I know I'm probably talking kind of quiet and low. I don't want my voice to vibrate too much, but here, I'm going to speak up. Welcome to Journey Night. Welcome to Shaman Journey. I have another journey listed earlier. It's back in the fall in October. This will be your second official recorded journey on YouTube. I've been doing shaman journeys for many years, 25 plus years. I am also I'm also certified in tantric meditation, and have spent a lot of time in those realms of understanding of what that is, back and forth, and sitting with what lies within us, not only in light but in the shadows, to see what comes up. So we're now into what I like to call bear season. I talked a little bit about bear season on the last reading. Everyone is wanting to wake up and go and do, but it's not really the time we think we have to, but it's winter time and we're slow, and that's where we're supposed to be. So in honor of bear season and being slow, we'll do a slight shaman journey. And in the beginning of that journey, I'm going to read one of my favorite books, an excerpt out of The Clan of the Cave Bear. And really beautiful book. Lots of really interesting things, series actually. So we're going to get started. A few things I'm going to have you do. In this journey, you're going to want to be comfortable. So get cozy, whether that's on your couch. You may lay down flat, cover yourself up with blankets. If you're wearing tight binding clothing, take those off. As long as there's something, if you're wearing leggings or something that's cozy and comfortable, that's fine. But if you're laying in jeans or something, or a bra that's poking into you, or if you're a male and you're wearing tighty whities or tighter underwear, you may want to lose those, and just kind of, what in our house we like to call a soft pants. It's a reference to a show from many years ago. But yeah, put on your soft pants, put on your soft clothes, get in your soft chair, get in your soft spot, lay down on your yoga mat, whatever it is that you need to do at the moment to take that space up. You're also going to want to possibly grab your phone so you can take notes later, or grab your journal or a notebook so you could take some things down. Things may not come to you immediately. Know that journeys may be things that have to sit with inside of you that will come out maybe within your sleep within the next few nights, or thought process while you're slow and quiet, maybe shower thoughts and things like that. So be kind and gentle and slow with yourself within this process as well. So when you get ready, I'm going to have you get settled in and get really cozy and still with me. So if you want to, you can pause this video now and then go and grab your things. Meet me back here. All right, and we're going to get started. I'm going to ring us in with a very, very soft 3 times. Everyone kind of slow down with me. Now, one of the things I want you to do is not worry about slowing down your brain. So if you think you can't do this because you're thinking of 400 things, who cares? Let those 400 things come in. The medicine will integrate anyway, okay? Be fine. Don't stress yourself out by trying not to stress yourself out. That makes it even worse. So here, I'm going to call in the directions. Adgudename, Jugadgudename, Satgudename, Siri Gurudevename. Called in north, south, east, and west, and blessed each of those directions as well. Protection chant. Adgudename, Jugadgudename, Satgudename, Siri Gurudevename. 2 more times. Adgudename, Jugadgudename, Satgudename, Siri Gurudevename. 1 more time. Adgudename, Jugadgudename, Satgudename, Siri Gurudevename. Alright, thank you. Everyone get settled in, get real cozy. I'm going to guide you through a little meditation. Just think. So now all I want you to do is breathe. I don't want you to even try to adjust your breathing at all. So just breathe. Just slowly. Take your first breath in and let it spill out your mouth. And do that 3 more times on your own. All right. Take another breath in. Breathe in again. And let both of those breaths out. There you go. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Take another breath and let those out. There you go. Do it again. Take a breath in. Take another breath in. Take another nip in and let all of those breaths out. There you go. Good job. Practice that a little on your own for just a moment. Ease into it. Work into what feels good for you. Okay. And now we're going to do this. On a count of 4, we're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Breathe on your own. There you go. Nice job. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice breath in. And we're going to focus in on our navel and our belly button. And just breathe, like fill your belly button up and let it exhale. One more time, fill your belly up and press your belly button back to your spine. Do it again. Fill your belly up, press your belly back to your spine. One more time, fill your belly up, press it back to your spine. Fill your belly up, fill up your heart and your lungs, and let it all spill out your mouth. Fill your belly up, fill up your heart and your lungs, and let it all spill out your mouth, nice and gentle. Okay. Do that a few more times on your own. And we're going to begin to start getting a little heavier. You're going to breathe in and you're going to take a deep, deep plunge as if everything you exhale just goes all the way down through the floor and to the ground. You're going to breathe in again, and then every exhale, you become heavier and heavier as you become more and more part of the ground. You start to grow roots a little. Take a deep breath of air. Let it all out of your nose this time. Do that again. Breathe in. Let it out your nose like you're whinnying like a horse. Like you know the horse season is coming, but you're not quite there yet. Do it one more time. Breath in. Whinny out like a horse. You find that you are so heavy that you no longer desire to move. You are like heavy, dewy moss. Always there, always available, every season, spring, summer, cautious. The child, naked, ran out of the hide-covered lean-to, forward. The rocky beach of the bend and the small river. It didn't occur to her to look back. Nothing in her experience that ever gave her reason to doubt the shelter and those within it would be there when she returned. She splashed into the river and felt rocks, sand shift under her feet at the shore, off sharply. She dived into the cold water and came up sputtering, then reached out with sure strokes for the steep opposite bank. She had learned to swim before she learned to walk, and at 5 was at ease in the water. Swimming was often the only way a river could be crossed. The girl played for a while, swimming back and forth, then let the current float her downstream where the river widened and bubbled over rocks. She stood up, waded to shore, then walked back to the beach and began sorting pebbles. She had just put a stone on top of a pile of especially pretty ones, then the earth began to tremble. The child looked with surprise as the stone rolled down of its own accord and started in wonder. And then she stared at the small pyramid of pebbles, shaking and leveling themselves. Only then did she become aware she was shaking too, but she was still more confused than apprehensive. She glanced around, trying to understand why her universe had altered in some explicable way. The earth was not supposed to move. The small river, which moments before had flowed smoothly, was roiling with choppy waves that splashed over its banks at the rocking steam bed, moved at cross purposes to the current. Dredging mud up from the bottom, brushed close by, the upstream banks quivered, animated by unseen movement as the roots and downstream boulders bobbled in its unaccustomed agitation. Beyond them, stately conifers of the forest into which the stream flowed lurched grotesquely, a giant pine nearing the bank, its roots exposed and their hold weakened by the spring runoff, leaned forward and towards the opposite shore. With a crack, it gave way and crashed to the ground, bridging the turbulence and turbid watercourse, lay shaking on the unsteady earth. The girl started at the sound of the falling tree, and her stomach churned and tightened into a knot. As her fear brushed the edge of her mind, she tried to stand, but fell back unbalanced by the sickening swaying. She tried again, managed to pull herself up, and stood unsteadily, afraid to take a step. She started towards the high-covered shelter set back from the stream. She felt a low rumble rise to a terrifying roar. A sour stench of wetness and rot issued from a crack opening in the ground, like the reek of morning breath from a yawning earth. She stared incomprehensibly at dirt and rocks and small trees falling into the widening gap as the cooled shield of the molten planet cracked into the convulsion. The lean-to perched on the far edges of the abyss tilted as half the solid ground beneath it pulled away. The slender ridgepole teetered undecidedly, then collapsed and disappeared into the deep hole, taking its hide cover and all it contained. The girl trembled in wide-eyed horror as the foul-mouthed, gaping maw swallowed everything that she had ever given meaning and security to in her 5 short years of life. as you lay there and you take in the words of the clan of the cave bear and the beginning of this young child's new traumatic lessons and adventures in life. As you start to understand, as the earth opened up and swallowed everything she knew, it is time to go underground. It's bear season, and it's time to hibernate. It's time to settle in. Look at everything that you have, everything that you've taken for granted, and decide what you really need to take on this trip and this journey with you as you look around in your mind's eye, as you cluster and collective of belongings, of friends, neighbors, loved ones, paintings, vases, clothing, knickknacks, regret and books. What can you lose and do without and use and go into the bare minimum? What can you do in bear season? So take this in, go in deep, find the moss, cover up, curl up tight. There's warmth in the earth. There's warmth in the knowing. There are answers there. If you've ever watched a snow melt, you will see that the snow begins to melt underneath the trees first. That is because of the energy and the warmth of the roots that rise up, that become part of what it is that we don't see. The mycelium, connectivity, the roots. Be the bear. Be one with the moss. Deep inside, below the tree, surrounded in moss, covered in leaves, you lay safe and secure and protected. You are allowed to rest. You are now the Four of Swords. Four of Swords represents all of the information swirling, all of the communication, all of the words coming at once, coming together, and all of the things. And now it's your time to rest. Lay amongst the feathers and rest. Call to your bird brothers and ask them to bring you the messages while you sleep. Call to your chipmunk and your moles and your rabbits and ask them to bring you messages from the underground tunnels. What are they doing there? They're so busy, all beneath the trees. The footmen, the information carriers of the world, the ants, and the hibernating bees. Sit with the toad, sip tea, bake them bread, soup, have them come over for a winter afternoon. But rest your head and mind, and do not allow those that worry you to worry you. Know that all that you do is noticed and recognized, and that slowing down is something to be treasured. She'll lay there, all cozy and sound. You know that you eventually have to move and do things, though it is wintertime. Though you do not have to do them at the speed and rush which you have been. You can rise slowly. Take your coat of moss with you as your new cloak of protection, of boundaries. Loving, nurturing boundaries. So you can nurture yourself so that you can be a kinder and better person to everyone around you. But that does not mean sacrificing yourself. Start to move a little bit. Start to move your fingers and toes just a little bit. You start to recognize, I can't stay here forever again. Move in and out. So you walk around with your cloak of moss and cloak of understanding. probably time to go back in the house and get settled back in. So you leave your cloak of moss and understanding at the door. You begin to take in a deep breath and let it fall out your mouth. You gently begin to shake your head and your hands and your feet. So you integrate yourself back into this world. So you take another deep breath in and let it fall out of your mouth. You come back into this world of understanding, back into the space where you are, where you began. And maybe you find yourself back on your couch, back on your mat, back on the floor of your bedroom, or in your own bed. As you begin to integrate again, as you take a deep breath in, and you exhale. Take a deep breath in and fill your belly up like a balloon. Exhale, press your belly button all the way back to your spine. Again, fill up all the way up, belly up, and exhale. Do that one more time. Belly fill up, try to roll it down to your toes and up to your nose, and exhale. Okay. Now, we're going to gently roll over to your left or your right. If you're laying down, make a pillow for yourself. If you're sitting, you're going to gently begin to rise up, and you can remain sitting, but you're going to open your eyes and you're going to come into a prayer seat. And this is the moment that you thank yourself for showing up. This is the moment that you are a yogi. You take everything that you've learned here out into the world, into integration. You may sit up and rise up. You can share with me if you cross your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your left. You may bow down. And I'm going to look into my hands, into my Padra Mudra, into my lotus blossom, and I'm going to raise it up. As I say, thank you to my ancestors for guiding me and being here. And I raise up my Ace of Cups to have it filled with light and love to share with others. Sat Nam and Namaste. Thank you guys. Love you much. I'm going to ring this out, okay?